welcome back. Just got back from running the YouTube infraction. Definitely is a blast to drive, but we're going to look over a few things. One thing, take a look at all this tire grime that's just everywhere. It literally is everywhere. And look how bad the front is rubbing. And I forgot to tape these again. So shout out to Rattle Can on Lexan for putting the Flex Seal. I called it Rhino Lining last time. It's actually Flex Seal, because if it wasn't there, those burn marks right there would have been a lot worse. So I definitely got to get that stuff cleaned up and taped, because as you see, it's rubbing. Either that or I need to raise up the front of the body post, which I'd prefer just to tape these and figure out why it's hitting so bad. But definitely going to have to put something over that. The Flex Seal isn't that thick around here. It's definitely a lot thicker on the roof, but at least there was something there to protect all that. So, in looking, look how gray this whole RC looks now. I can't believe how much road grime this thing picked up. And then the wear on the rear of these tires compared to the front. So we're going to get the tires rotated out. We're going to figure out what the heck is going on with this switch and get this switch replaced. I think I have another switch, because we did pull out a Castle system from something. This is a Mamba Monster 2, so I can go ahead and use this switch, which seems to be a lot better than the rubber one. But I even think I have one of those rubber switches. Yeah, see here? This is the system that actually came out of this. This is the Mamba Monster X. And this is the Mamba Monster 2. So I believe they're both 6S. So I don't know what the difference is between these two. But I'm definitely going to steal the switch off of this one and then contact them and find out why it failed. Now I believe this whole harness unplugs right here. Yeah, from the fan. And then this harness, I think, unplugs in here. So I think if I pop off this fan, I can just unplug the harness and maybe unplug that harness. But regardless, I need to cut the wires anyway, because like I said before, I am going to stick in a connector right here to separate them on both sides. So, but it's good to know, somebody pointed out that you can actually unplug this harness from the board right there. So shout out to that guy. Went ahead and yeah, see, that whole harness unplugs. So I think you just got to line it back up with the same pins and plug it right back in, which is definitely good to know, because when I contact Castle, they'll probably just send out that little harness for me. So, and then I think they're only $6 anyway, is what somebody was saying. But I'm just shocked that that this little harness deal went out. So I'm definitely going to get that unplugged. And as you see, this harness doesn't unplug from the board, but that seems like a much stronger switch. But it's not coated in that waterproof deal like this one is. These just seem really weak. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this switch because this thing's just, it's like it hits something. I mean, I didn't hit anything, and the body sticks way past this, so I don't know if a rock or something flew up and hit this and broke off. Take that little rubber cover off. Yeah, so the slide thing on the inside still works. So it's literally just the little handle deal. It's hollow and it broke off. Hopefully, let me turn this on. Hopefully you guys can see that. It looks hollow on the inside. And a little piece just broke off. And I didn't hit anything. I was in an empty parking lot. So I don't know if a rock flew up and hit it or what. So I use something called Uncure. I don't know if I have anything left in here. Put a little Uncure on there and let it soak a little bit. And hopefully that'll allow me to pop that off. So I might want to take out these batteries when I did it, when I glued it anyway. There you go. The Uncure worked. All right, I'm back. So, I want to show you what I got going on. I actually ended up tearing down this RC yesterday. So, went ahead and ran it, did some test passes, had a switch fail. So I went ahead and got the switch fixed and noticed that my mesh on this straight cut gear right here was real tight. So it was making the motors hot. So I went ahead and in order to change mesh or change anything with gearing, you got to pop the assembly out. So I went ahead and popped the assembly out, and while it was out, I went ahead and changed out this piece because it's plastic. So, and since I'm real close to the center here, I went ahead and changed out this piece as well. So got rid of the support brace. So while I had this out, I went ahead and checked my spur, and that pin right there, which is a set screw for this gear. This isn't a factory gear. This is one Gap Reviews A to Z put in this Limitless when he had it, and that started to back out. I've already had these back out and I've Loctited them. So I was getting a lot of play on this gear to this shaft, so I went ahead and got that tightened down. Luckily, I went ahead and pulled this apart, checked all the screws on it. Everything now is tight. As you see, this is why I built this thing this way, so that it comes in and out easy. This plugs right in to the receiver on the other side. So that's a nice little deal when I pull them out. And so now that I've got this opened up, I'm probably going to go ahead and change the back support brace. So I went ahead and checked my drive shafts, because with this kind of torque they will start to flex and twist. So they are straight. I am seeing some stress right here in the center. You can see there's the stress flex. This thing will actually flex and hit this center brace. So right here it has flexed, but in checking it, it is still round, which is good. The front one is also round, so that's a good sign. So I'm going to go ahead and get this rear brace changed out. My plan was to, I got all the batteries charged up. My plan was to run it today. I didn't plan on tearing down the RC today, but because of what was going on with the gear mesh, I had to get the motors out of there. So I had no choice but to now tear it down. After fixing the switch yesterday, I thought this thing was ready to rock, but apparently it's not. So I am going to try to get this rear brace changed, which that's not going to work. I think I'm going to have to pull this rear tire. That is another thing that I will have to do. So I am going through and checking all the nuts and bolts as well while I'm in here. So we went ahead and got that piece off. Now that it's going into aluminum, need Loctite on it. And there we go. The rear piece is now on. So I figured I'd turn on the camera, show you guys what's going on. I'm cleaning everything up, gonna recheck all the hardware, and then we're gonna get back out and run, hopefully later today. So I still have enough time to get this thing put back together and possibly get a running video for tomorrow morning. All right, went ahead and got the motors put back in. So still have the wires disconnected. The brace is bolted down now. This is the limitless body mount. I leave them on there. there and there. So if I need to switch back to a limitless, I just pull front and rear brace, and I can go ahead and put the limitless body on this. So I am running both mounts. So as you can tell, it is all back together. So I'm going to go ahead and button this up. I do have the batteries out and all charged up. I am running 4S 5200 mAh 50C Electron Pro batteries. So 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. And then of course the 2 Mamba Monster X 8S ESCs with 2 1700 kV TV power motors with a 23 tooth pinion on each side because I'm running such a big spur gear. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing buttoned up, get the batteries in it, get out, make some passes. It's getting late in the day now, so went ahead and got the rear brace put on, got the front brace put on, got the center support bearing brace switched out to an aluminum. So got the Ripple Killer cap packs run into each ESC, which is keeping this RC safe. The new tires are not so new anymore, so they are definitely gonna have to get switched with the front because the rear tires definitely have some wear. So I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on my next video, which will be this thing out running again, and hopefully no brake issues, nothing breaks down, everything works properly, and we can start making some full speed hits. All right, so we'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.